Hey everybody, this is David B69. I don't do this that often, especially on a game that's already happened in the previous episode. But look at not Nola, Wheeler's numbers. He's had 229 strikeouts, has a 2.45 ERA this year. It's rather impressive. The only year that's really comparable is in 2021 when he had his career high 247 strikeouts, and he's like beating those numbers. Quite impressive. 229 strikeouts in 173 innings. He threw only 200 last year. His career high in innings was 213. So he actually has the potential of surpassing those numbers, which is really, really cool. I really just love stats. I love the numbers. And yeah, so we got Luzardo going today. Yeah, I'm going to have Trey Turner. I'm going to have him DHing today. Have Stott play shortstop. And that's second base again. We're going to have to put Weston Wilson back there. I don't like putting Weston Wilson in that position. I really, really don't. In fact, Max Kepler's not in the game either. We're going to put Cal Stevenson in the game just to get him some at-bats. I think that's fair. And yeah, let's roll with that. It just makes the most sense. And yeah. In fact, I'm going to have Arenado in fourth. So it's not pretty, but that's what we're going to go with.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
There's a swing and a miss.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Not even close there. And now 3-1. That's a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Stop. Over to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
Batting second, the designated hitter, C.J. Abrams.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. One out, bases empty. That's in there. No balls, two strikes. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. And the Mariners have the lead. It's 1-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Now fly ball to right center. Buxton sprinting after it. Reaching down, makes the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
No ball.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. 2 outs. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. But the Mariners draw first blood here on this solo homer. It's now. And we're back. And on the hill, Ryan Wu.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Rosarena makes the grab, and there's one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Makes the turn and heads for second, and that's a double. One out, runner at second. And now here is Nick Castellanos. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Castellanos with a homer in his last game. One down, Phillies down a run. 1-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. At the belt and fires. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Nolan Arenado. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Late swing fouled off. Harper on at second with two down. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Rodriguez pulls that one down. That is the inning. One left for Philadelphia. They're down 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. This ball's chopped on the ground. Stott over to first in time. And a quick out, number one. So digging in, Randy Arozarena. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Goes down looking.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Ground ball left side. And it gets by him. Two outs, runner at first. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And that one hammered way back there. And that ball is gone. He sends it out of here. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty with 2 away. Dylan Moore digs in now. Just missed. Moore, a former Gold Glove winner, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2015. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 2nd. Swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
This one popped up. Stop. Brings it in for the 3rd out. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. This is Bryson Stott. Woo back to work. Hard on the ground to first. Takes it himself.
That's an out.
And quickly 1 away in the 2nd. So up next, Weston Wilson. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Yeah, that's fouled off. Strike 2.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Ball 1 there. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Byron Buxton, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And it's strike 2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now for the Phillies, Cal Stevenson. And first offering is fouled off. That one missing inside.
1-1.
Wilson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
2-1. Ball.
This one in the dirt.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, 2 outs. JT Realmuto steps in. Inside, just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Left field, way back there. Gone! He flexes his power with that swing. His 14th of the year, and it ties it up. It's 3-3.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Trey Turner. Hit in the air, center field. Rodriguez heads towards it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. JT Realmuto delivers yet again on this one. We're tied now. Back here in
Leading off
Philadelphia,
for Seattle,
top half
right
of the
fielder,
third inning.
Johan
Digging in, it's the
Rojas.
speedy outfielder, Johan Rojas.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning is so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right
Now
there, but
batting,
he didn't give
designated
in. Punched
hitter,
that ball
C.J.
down the
Abrams.
opposite field line, just barely able to keep it fair, but once it dropped in, he was off and racing for the triple.
Abrams in the box now. Takes strike 1. Fouled off. He was late. And that's too high.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Changed the eye level.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Now a check to third. Maybe thinking something's on.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out. He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Next pitch is downstairs.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Next offering is down low.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
That one out to right. Drops into the glove. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 4-3.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Fires over to first. And that is the third out of the inning. A run, a hit, and a man left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. As we go to the last of the third.
Phillies.
Bryce Harper to the
First
plate.
baseman, Bryce Harper.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you
Now
know
batting,
that, they still
right
drive you
fielder,
absolutely
Nick
crazy.
Castellanos
That's a strike.
now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike. That's a ball.
That one clips the outside corner, and the count 1-2. Sia strikes him out for the second time today.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and That makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Next
Ball
one
one.
misses, and the count even 1-1. That's to third. Fires across the diamond, and the Phillies are set down in order. Down quick. And welcome back to the ballpark.
Leading
On to
off
the
for
fourth,
Seattle,
and
left
now for
fielder,
Seattle,
Randy
Randy Arozarena.
Arozarena.
I didn't even notice the switch to their sleeves. Kind of crazy playing the PS5 and seeing a
to
switch
third.
advertisement on there on the screen.
First, in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up
The batter
next
now,
for
Jorge
Seattle,
Polanco.
second baseman Jorge Polanco.
That's to third. Arenado. On to first. Out. And Polanco is out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And there's a foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Late on that fastball.
No balls. 2 strikes.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that's the third out. For Seattle, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Center field. Rodriguez settles under it and makes the grab. One up, one down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And there's a ball.
That's a ball.
The Phils trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Line drive. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's
Let's
about the
fielder,
process. He did
Byron
everything right
Buxton.
there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good
Ball.
at-bat.
Buxton takes low. Second trip to the plate in this one. Now this is in the air down the line. And that's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Outside corner, got him looking. Phillies down in order. Score holds at 4-3. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really
Leading
been
off
playing
for
well.
Seattle, third baseman Dylan Moore.
Luzardo back to work. Just missed. And that's
Ball two.
outside. 2-0. And
That's
another
down.
ball.
High.
And that's through there for a strike. And now 3-2.
Full count.
Up the middle. Wilson throws to first.
That's an out.
One away here in the fifth. And the batter now, Johan Rojas. 1 for 2. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball one. That's inside. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And up next for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. Rodriguez goes 6 feet 3 inches, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. This one in the air, right field. Castellanos gets under it, and that'll do it. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Cal Stevenson.
Left fielder, Cal Stevenson.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. Upstairs.
2-2.
Backed off the plate that time. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Real Muto, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-2. Fastball is outside. That misses off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Crawford tosses to first, out, and Real Muto is out. Trey Turner at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Off the plate, and that's ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
2-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still trail it here, 4-3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And ball one. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Raley in the box again. Takes a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. Down the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swung on, belted. Back there. And that one is off the wall. The throw into second, and he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Off the mark there, and it's 1-1. There's a strike.
1-2.
Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
First baseman, Bryce Harper.
Popped up. Moore. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Now
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
High fly ball out towards left field. Going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. So now it's Nolan Arenado. And that is out of play. The Phillies down by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. High chopper to third. Moore. Tosses to first. And they get Arenado for the out. Third out. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 7th, and the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. The shortstop takes the ball. Fought off foul. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. That's down and in. Cut on and lifted in the air. Castellanos makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Dylan Moore. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
That one missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. And he beats it. He's safe. Singy, that was a close play. And it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame them for wanting to take another look.
Well, they've decided not to challenge it, and so he is safe at first. Rojas,
Ball, no.
the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball. Man at first, 1 away. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That one fouled off. Runner goes again. Pitch
Ball
misses
3.
inside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it.
Now
That's a
batters,
nice job right there.
designated hitter,
Now
C.J.
here
Abrams.
is C.J. Abrams. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next
No.
offering is downstairs. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Here comes Moore. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now Julio Rodriguez flips the corner. Strike 1. This one popped up right side. Wilson makes the grab, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Back after.
Now pitching for
We're
Seattle,
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
26.
7th. Griffin Jacks.
Griffin Jack.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Stop.
Ball.
Stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Slice the other way and foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
The Phils down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball to the right
Just foul.
side and foul ball. Fastball is outside.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Caught and missed, struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You
Up
talk
next
about the
for the Phillies,
benefits, the
center
advantages of
fielder,
relievers who can
Byron
come in and get the
Buxton.
swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's
No
huge
ball.
and can
1
change the ball
strike.
game.
Swing and a foul out of play. And they'll do it again. And the
1-2.
sweeper misses. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back,
Phillies.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the
31.
eighth. Sam Hentges.
Just trying to keep this one
Pitches.
close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Raleigh leading things off and takes a strike. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
This one popped up. Real Muto under it. And there's one down. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Hentges, in his 5th season, he throws a curveball, a four-seamer, a slider, and he works in a sinker. And that drops in for a strike.
2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, Harper. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Runner on the goal. That's in for a strike. Throw, tag, ow! A bullet from JT Real Muto.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. Then it remains 5-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Brash.
Now pitching for
He's averaging
Seattle.
more than 1 hit allowed
Number
per inning pitched
47.
this season, and that's not
Matt
where you
Brash.
want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Rodriguez makes the catch, and there's one gone. And up to the plate
batting.
is JT Real Muto. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses across
He's
to
out.
first, and Real Muto
Now
is
batting.
out. Trey Turner down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but
1-0.
it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Right side,
Foul ball.
and that's just foul. Outside
2-1.
with a breaking ball. That
Ball.
one misses, and the count is 3-1.
3-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pulls that one foul.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Crawford throws to first in time, and that is the inning. So they go quietly there. 9th inning coming up. It's the M's 5 and the Phillies 3.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back.
The
It's the
Phillies.
top of the 9th, and there's
Number
a new pitcher on the
26.
mound, Matt Strom.
Matt
Pretty
Strong.
tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Strom, an all-star a season ago. He features a
1-1.
four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Now batting. Shortstop. J.P. Crawford.
Ball 1, no strikes.
The only adjustment he
ball,
needs
no
to make
strike.
is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
On the ground. And that chance handled. Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Mariners, Dylan Moore. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Andres Munoz.
Now
He's
pitching
clearly
for
their go-to
Seattle,
guy in this bullpen to finish
number
out ball
75,
games. Looking for his 40th
Andres
save of the season right
Munoz.
here. So he's been excellent.
Leading off
Here
for
comes
the
Bryce
Phillies.
Harper.
First
1 for 3.
baseman, Bryce Harper.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That one way inside.
Ball. Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Here's Nicholas
Now
Castellanos.
batting, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
And there's a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Ball 1 there.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That's in there. And that is strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
And there's another out, and those are just continuing
Now
to pile
batting,
up. His
third
confidence
baseman,
level has got to be
Nolan
dropping. He's got to find a way to
Arenado.
make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Arenado swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. The tying run at the plate. Got him looking. Now only 1 out remaining. Now it's the shortstop,
batting,
Bryson Stott. 0 for 3 in this one.
Stott.
Late swing, foul to the left. Close, but called the ball. And now it's even 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Munoz is just 1 strike away.
No.
Good eye in that spot.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners even this series up at a game apiece.
We've grown to expect him to just roll into games and simply close them out easily, and he's made it look very easy at times, and now he's up to 40 saves for the year.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
And there was the winning streak. And, yeah, we didn't hit well today. Credit to their pitching. I mean, they really did do a good job pitching. Made a few mistakes while I was pitching. And that cost us the ball game. The thing that killed me is, like, it was Rojas and Crawford. I mean, it's like, could it be anybody but those two? That's what kills me. It's like, it has to be those guys that are actually, like, creeping back and just making my life a living version of hell. But that is what it is. Can't get overly upset about it. I mean, we tried our best. We even tried to come back. I mean, it's like, I thought that last swing, I thought that was a gapper. But it hung up. And that's basically it is what it is. So until next time, this is David B69 saying have a great night, everybody. Peace. I'm out.